Okay, it's just a few minutes after the previous video, and I've been trying to think of general Star Trek questions for anybody that watches Star Trek or knows of Star Trek. Obviously, you can probably research all of these damn questions, but if you answer all of them correctly, I will mention your either YouTube name or your actual name or whatever call sign you want to go by. I will mention you in my next video, and you get to, if I know you in person, you can actually be in one of my next videos if you want to. I don't really care. But anyway, Star Trek quiz. I'll start with some easy questions and I'll move on to harder questions. In Star Trek Voyager, the Doctor obviously went around the ship to cure different whatever else happens. How did he manage to get around the ship? What did he need in order to go around the ship? I'm looking for a 2-word answer.
Hint, it was not his feet.
Yeah, hint, it was not his feet. He didn't just walk around. There was some trick. Also in Star Trek Voyager, 7 of 9, this is an easy question, 7 of 9 was once what? Or she is part what? And here's a hint, she's not Vulcan. She's not Klingon. She's not, Ferengi. What is she? I really hope that didn't make it on the damn thing. Anyway, there's a number of other questions I have here. And no, I didn't write any of these down. I'm just fucking spewing them from memory. In the original Star Trek, Captain Kirk, William Shatner, and in Star Trek Next Generation with Picard, Patrick Stewart, and in Voyager with Captain Janeway, every single one of these 3 ships had warp capabilities. How many warp nacelles did each ship have? And I'm looking for the exact same answer for all 3 ships. In Next Generation, what type of ship was it? And I'm not looking for the answer to the Enterprise, no. What type of ship was the Next Generation ship? It was a particular class of ship. The Ferengi, throughout all of the throughout all of the Star Trek series, be it Voyager, Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, what have you, because the Ferengi did not make an appearance in the original Star Trek, but in all of the Star Trek series, the Ferengi operate through a set of rules and laws. What are these laws called? There's a good number of laws. Am I missing any questions that I previously thought of?
In the voyage home.
Oh, in the Star Trek movie, The Voyage Home, Captain Kirk uses, and the crew, uses a ship to rescue whales.
Humpback whales.
Humpback whales, specifically.
From
Obviously, they're not using the Enterprise. What species is that ship from? And what type of ship is it?
no.
Yeah, I know you know. You told me a minute ago. Let's see. In Star Trek Voyager, what quadrant of the galaxy is Voyager lost in? That's a good question.
Did you do the things that tried to take over the
Oh, no. In the original Star Trek Captain Kirk, there is a small furry creature in a 2-part episode that manages to replicate itself, and it was originally seen in an episode that they almost took over a space station. However, this creature is not violent. It did, if you know the new movie, it did make a cameo in the new Star Trek movie. What is that creature called?
Fun fact about that episode, it has been listed as the #1 favorite old-time Star Trek episode ever.
Yes, it is a very good episode. I would believe that. And this is a question. This is the bonus question for anybody that knows about the new Star Trek movie. There is a scene where the Star Trek Enterprise comes out of warp in a battle scenario. I'm not going to tell you where in the movie this is, and I'm not going to tell you what to look for, but I want to know what creature or being or whatever makes a cameo in space. Through the view screen, you see it just for a split second, and it's not a Star Trek series character. What series character is it from, and what is it?
You need to give him a hint. That's
Okay.
too broad.
Too
Tell
broad
them-
of a
tell them
question?
what series it's from.
Yeah, but... Okay. It is a sci-fi series, and I'll give you a hint as to what series it's from. The Force is strong with this one.
You might as well have just said it.
Yeah, I know, I might as well just fucking said it. But you pretty much know what series it's from. I'm looking for what the character is that makes a cameo and it's floating in space.
Don't forget his name.
Yep, you must say his name. Can you think of any questions or anything that I might have missed?
Nope.
Okay.
Not that we've already mentioned.
Not that I've already mentioned. Oh, here's a one that I've previously asked you. In Star Trek Next Generation, Counselor Troy is part human, part what? Obviously, I don't want the answer she's part telepath, because that's a bullshit answer. I want the actual species name. Part human, part what? And then
Well, you take the planet she's from.
yeah, if you get the planet name, that'll be close enough, because the planet name and the species name are very close, very similar.
Yeah, there's like 200 different.
Yeah. Because they were very creative, let me tell you. No, that'll be too broad of a question. Never mind. There is one Star Trek captain out of out of all of the series that I've mentioned so far. One of the captains has been a member of the Borg.
Ooh,
Which captain is it?
I know.
That's a decent question. If you've watched all the movies, you'll get it. And there's also a Star Trek captain where in the very last two-part episode of their particular TV series, this Star Trek captain went back in time to try to undo something that was in one of the other episodes. So if you can name what captain that is, or at least what series that is, then that will be another bonus question. But yeah, that's a little vague, but if you've watched all the series, then you'll know. But if you don't get all the questions, then oh well. If you at least get most of the questions, then you win. The person that gets the most answers wins. And obviously I'm almost out of time because it's 9:43. So hello,
Bye.
goodbye.